everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Rams going up against the Browns. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The offense on your screen now, and Todd Gurley on your screen. That is the back of the present and the future.
And what an amazing return for him from a knee injury his last year in college at the University of Georgia. Now, it's like it never happened. There's nothing he can't do on the football field. And if you're a defense, that's a long day trying to prepare for Todd Gurley.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
If your day involves blocking Danny Shelton, you better pack lunch and dinner. It's an all-day job.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. The gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And he puts it through. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
2nd down following the run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's hauled in by Devin Smith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The defense here for the Rams.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On play action, they'll throw. Finding time. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it.
Offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll try and start this drive in the air, and he will find his man on the outside. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll look to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation,
drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets it to Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Browns a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And that's caught by Smith. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Defense.
Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devin Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And on the ground they go with a running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and get the first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turn. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devin Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is...
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for
Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And the Browns getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll set up to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So a bit of a struggle here in this one after the great week last week. And after the last drive, I looked over. I don't think our cameras saw it, but he just kind of went over by himself on the end of the bench. You could just tell visibly frustrated.
And that's probably good that he went by himself to gather his thoughts as opposed to going up and down the sideline, raging a little bit, demanding the football, wanting to know what was going wrong, because that can really cause problems amongst the team. But I like that. Down there by himself, trying to work it out, and I think he'll get in the huddle and say, all right, let's get this thing figured out. Tough going so far, though.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on this.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's... Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They find some open field here. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the... And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
That's it, baby.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time. Flushed out right. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to...
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in, it's complete. Touchdown, LA! Their big-bodied receiver, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. It's... Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you Laddie?
He called me Laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to... shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go! Browns 38! Browns 38!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation, throwing the ball well, guiding his team, moving them. This is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun last week. Sometimes it feels like we're at all these games. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here in my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Back to throw. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Oh, they get to the football, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember.
Well, partner, so much for the change of scenery. From St. Louis to Los Angeles. They gave up 3 field goal blocks last year as the St. Louis Rams.
Yep.
You'd think maybe in L.A. that might get correct.
Another one here, though, in Los Angeles.
And just think about the people in St. Louis.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll go with the ground attack here. They showed up. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where...
And got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A. Their dangerous wide receiver, 77 yards. And the Rams have taken the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He's back to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant trying to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Not only do you get the lead here in the final stages, but you do it in dramatic fashion with a one-handed catch.
The ability to go up, take it with one hand, and appear to close a game out, the shock that you see down on the field from the guys trying to cover him, that was an amazing play.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And it's a three-point game. So they make the decision. They want a three-point lead versus a two-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll try and start this drive in the air, surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughton. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a